Hello and welcome to today's video. Today I'm going to be talking about one thing in particular that I think is very much impacting Klaviyo accounts negatively. And this is one thing that I notice whenever I audit tons of accounts and they can't understand why their total revenue is dropping. So in the last few months, for example, I've probably audited between 100 and 200 different Klaviyo accounts. I audit a ton each and every week of people sort of coming to me and saying, how can I improve my Klaviyo account? I go through, I do an analysis of the whole thing. One thing that I'm seeing is that people who have their total revenue dropping, so they're going through a downturn in their business, it is usually correlated to one thing that they do not know how to analyze and they do not know the reason for. So I'm going to dive into this. This is really going to be important, I guess, for the sustainability and the long-term growth of your Klaviyo account, but also your business in general. So this isn't something that's necessarily email marketing specific. It is more business specific in general, but will correlate directly to your email marketing results. So let me run through it. I wanted to start on this account in particular because this is going to be a good example, I guess, for me to, show you what I'm talking about with some tangible examples. So this is an account right now that is obviously in a very healthy position. In the last 30 days, they've done over $700,000 of revenue. Obviously, it's Black Friday right now. So this is heightened. And 52% of that, or nearly 53% of that, is coming from their email marketing. Now, when you have more than 50% of your revenue coming from your email channel, this is not necessarily a great thing. This is not necessarily an amazing thing. Like, it's awesome to know that your email marketing is killing it. And during Black Friday, this is very typical. But let's for 1 minute pretend this isn't Black Friday and this is just a normal month throughout the year, and you have 52% of your revenue coming from your email marketing. What that would typically tell me is that your new customer acquisition is suffering and you're relying too heavily on your email list to drive results or drive revenue for your business. If more than half of your revenue is coming from people already on your email list, that means less than half of your revenue is coming from new customers, which is a concern. And you're clearly not growing enough new customer traffic to your website, or the amount of new customers coming to your website is decreasing. And in time, this is directly going to impact your business. If you're not bringing enough new customers to your website, you might be doing okay now. You might be doing really well from repeat purchases. In this case, this would be typical numbers. You've done a big leg of customer acquisition. You've now converted all these people and you have a good amount of repeat purchases coming through, which is leading to heightened revenue. And things are all looking well. And, Klaviyo is attributing 52% of your revenue and you're like, wow, everything's great. But what you will then see in the next few months is the total revenue will start to taper down and you won't understand why. And you'll be left sort of saying, well, what are we doing wrong? Why is everything going down? They're like, why can't we make money? Why is our email results dropping, et cetera, et cetera? And they're always, or nearly always, the reason is you're not acquiring enough new customers at the top of funnel. So let me show you how you can look at that and how you can analyze that. Now, let's take this business, for example. I've just switched into a different account. They're obviously doing well as well because it's Black Friday, but previous to this, they weren't doing so well. Let's look at September, for example. September had come quite far down from their previous results. At one point, this brand was doing about 200K a month, and now it's doing about 130K a month, with a massive chunk of that coming from their email. And they couldn't work out why they had literally shaved $70,000 a month off of their top line revenue. Quite concerning. And after I did a little bit of digging, I guess, I realized it was because of one main reason, and it was to do with their new customer acquisition or their top of funnel marketing. So let's dive into that. I'll sort of go in and show you how you can analyze this in your Klaviyo. So the first thing you're going to want to do is click on your profiles tab. Once you click on your profiles tab, you'll obviously get a list of profiles. I've had to cut that out for sensitive information, but if you click on view subscriber growth at the top, we can begin to look at this. Now, if you go, say, look at the month you're struggling with. Like I said, this is Black Friday, so the results are a little skewed. But if you go, say, look at this for September for this brand, they actually started to come back really well and they had a ton of new subscribers. So this would be a positive thing to look at. In September, we acquired 2,300 new subscribers and we only lost 300. That was great. In October, similar numbers. That is great. In August. Now you see in August when this downturn sort of started to happen. So they've obviously brought it back a little bit in September and October, which is great to see. But in August, for whatever reason, they only acquired 1,100 new subscribers to their email marketing channel, and they were losing 200. So this is a lot smaller growth than they were experiencing in the other months in their business. Now, if you go back to July, sitting healthy, June. Now, if you go back to June, you see how bad this gets towards the middle of the year. At one point, they were acquiring less than 1,000 new email subscribers in a month, and they were losing 115. Like the growth to exclusions isn't too bad, but they're just not acquiring enough email subscribers. So back in June, revenue was sitting healthy at around $200,000 per month. And in this month, they're not acquiring many new customers. So it doesn't quite tick for them yet that they have an issue because revenue is still very healthy. But this is a sort of leading indicator of a revenue drop to come. So fast forward to September with those numbers I showed you, they're doing $130,000 a month. They've shaved $70,000 off their top line revenue, and they can't understand why. And it's because in the prior 3 to 4 months, they were acquiring nowhere near enough new subscribers. They were literally not adding enough people to their list. They were experiencing churn, and then this goes to affect their revenue in 3 months' time. Because if in a typical month they're able to acquire 2,000 new customers, like you could see in September and October, they've obviously fixed this issue. That is going to, fuel your revenue for the months to come. But in the months before that, when you're having downturns, this is going to impact you in about 2 to 3 months' time. So when you're sort of experiencing a downturn in your business, or you can't understand why your total revenue is dropping, and maybe email is making up a massive portion of your revenue, I would go to your profiles tab and look at your subscriber growth. Because if your subscribers are not growing at a healthy rate, and this is decreasing, it was down 8% in this month in June, down from whatever month comes before June, May, that is going to be an indicator that you're not acquiring enough new customers and that people are not coming to your website and signing up to your sign up form, which is directly going to impact not only your email list growth, but it's going to make you rely on repeat purchases more and more in the months to come. Now, I hope this video helps. It was short and sweet. I just wanted to sort of analyze what happens with new customer acquisition and how that can affect your business. If you're suffering with a low amount of new customer acquisition in say now, in 3 months' time, this is really going to have an effect on your revenue. You won't feel it now, you won't feel it today, but in 3 months' time, when you experience a significant downturn in your business's revenue, it is most likely going to be because you did not acquire enough new customers 3 months ago. So this is definitely a metric to keep an eye on, something that not enough businesses are analyzing at the moment, and something I think is going to have a big impact on a lot more businesses to come based on what I'm seeing in audits. Hope this helps. Remember to like this video, subscribe to my channel, go for a peek around. There's plenty more videos showing you how you can improve your Klaviyo performance so you can have elite email marketing results for your e-com store. See you soon.